Hello, it's Sean from Gym10. Hope you're well. Welcome to Restorative Stretch, but today we're looking at powering up your running. Okay, grab yourself a pint of water, take a sip, lick around your lips and hydrate. Good. Okay. Putting your water safely to the side and finding yourself a space. Now, as always, if you take part in a fitness class, make sure it's suitable for yourself. Make sure you're suitably checked out before you take part, and let people know you're taking part in a training session so that you're safe. As always, find yourself a space, check around one way, check around the other. Make sure you've got plenty of room for you to do the exercises, checking above your head as well. Okay, if you're doing this on a mat, please make sure that the mat doesn't slip too much underneath you. And we're going to have our feet fist gap apart, toes facing forwards. From here, we're just going to drop our hands down by our side, and we're just going to work through our marching walk. Now here we're looking at doing this class in our bare feet, our big toe to little toe are facing forwards. The knuckles are going to traverse forward and back. You're going to rock over the feet nicely. Controlled rock. Now I want you to start off with a bit of a side to side movement. And you're just going to allow a bit of movement through the big toes. Now as you're rocking over to the side that's taking your load will allow this foot to come off completely. So you should be able to get a full flexion of your toes. I would love to see your knuckles get all the way over to the floor each time. Your pelvis is going to go forward now. You're going to drop your shoulders back into position, chest lifted up nice and high. Nice, slow, controlled, deep breaths in and out. Nice. From here, if you're able to just work through your calf raises in a straight line up and down. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to raise up for 5 seconds, and you're going to slowly lower back down for 5. If you need to, grab the wall so it helps you with your balance. Now, as we're doing this, keep the glutes engaged, bring your shoulder blades back. Feel, are you forward? Are you backwards or are you in the middle? So are you working more in your anterior, your posterior chain, or are you nicely in position? Again, slow control at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that top point and feel where you are in your foot. Should be equally distributed. Slow drop down. 3, 2, 1. Go again. Feel that the feet are equally loaded. If you're doing this in trainers, kick the shoes off, do it in barefoot. Slow control lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, as your heels get to the floor, I want you to stay off the heel. So you're not fully dropping out of it. You're staying just like your heel is touching the floor, but it's not taking any load. Lift. 3, 4, and 5. Top point. Is your foot equally distributed? Change it if it's not. Slow drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the heels off the floor. Nice. Keep it just touching. There's no weight bearing in it at all. Press up. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're lifted to your top point and hold. Feel what's happening in your foot. Slow drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Lift again. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that top point. Pelvis is forward, shoulders are back. Slow drop again. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Shake it out. Okay, so from here, standing on the right foot, and keep the left foot just fist gap apart. You will need a wall for this. Okay, and it's not about low bearing into the wall, it's purely just having a finger against the wall for you to lift into your calf raise on your right foot. Again, I'm looking for what you can feel in the standing foot. From the big toe to the little toe is down to the ground. Let the left foot come forward and balance, and then slowly come back, heel just kissing the floor. Take the foot side by side again. Feel how much you've got to hitch your left hip to keep the left foot off the floor. Calf raise through. Your calf should now be screaming at you. Slow drop that down again. Now, if you're feeling on your outside of your foot, equal up the load. Drive again. Hold it strong. Slow back down. Again, that heel just touches the floor. The glutes are engaged strong. We lift again. Power through that foot. Hold it. Slow control back down. And release. Walk it out. That calf should have been on fire. Mine was. Absolutely firing it up. Okay, so we're going to work again on the left foot. Okay, start working with your feet scap apart. Again, your hand is there on the sidewall just for support. Okay, it could be one fingertip. Okay, work the level you need. Now, if you go into your calf raise now, and you're feeling like this calf is really screaming at you to get to the top point of your range, okay, use the other foot on the floor just to give it some support. Okay, let's lift. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. You need to feel that little toe, big toe, all engaged to the floor. Everything is trying to traverse you forwards in your movement. It's trying to get that propulsion forward. This foot stays off the floor. We slowly lower. 3, 2, 1. Again, this heel isn't taking any load. I'm still in the ball of that foot, the midsection of my foot. Drive up again, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I'm feeling big toe, little toe down to the ground. Glute is switched on. You should be feeling it tight in your backside. Slow drop that down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Any point you need to, stand off that leg, shake up the calf, drive it again. Up we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that top point again. The big toe, little toe engaged to the ground. Keep that strength there. Slow drop that down again. We're going to work one more here. Again, this foot staying off the ground. The left foot is loading it as much as we can. Strong on it. Hips driven forward, shoulders back. Slow drop back again. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Shake it out. Walk around on that foot. It should have been burning, especially. Might be completely on either side of the ankle or not. Who knows? So we're going to drop down into the floor. Okay. So key part of our stretch for running is we're now going to look at our leg flexion or knee flexion here. We're taking into laying quad stretch. Keep a gap between the knees, drive your hips forward, it's stretch to the front of your left thigh. Lean back through the stretch, let the pelvis tilt forward just slightly, elongating through the front of your left thigh. Now, you can either choose to stay here if you feel comfortable, or alternatively rock forward onto your face and driving your pelvis down into the ground. Turn your cheek to the side and rest the right arm wherever it feels comfortable to the side. I want you to try and get as much flexion through that left knee as possible, getting your heel up as high to your bottom as you can. From here, imagining you're wearing the shoes, you're going to hold on those shoelaces. You're going to push the shin back. You're going to resist by holding onto the bridge of the foot. You're going to tie up through the glutes and feel that left thigh feeling the stretch. Releasing just slightly. Give it a shake out through that thigh. And again, one more time. Pushing strong through the left ball of the foot. Extending that leg away. Finish stretching the front of that left thigh again. Quads feeling it. Slowly releasing that left foot. And then we're going to swap over to the right. So from here, laying on your left side. Picking up the left foot. Sorry, picking up the right foot. Laying on the left leg. And taking your heel up as high to your bottom. Now, if you struggle with a quad stretch like this, grab yourself a towel, loop it over the front of that shin, or over the front of the bridge of the foot. You should be able to pull that knee back, so the knees side by side, with a little bit of a fist gap between the knees. Tighten the glutes up, pull the knee back just slightly for the stretch of the right thigh. And again, choosing, if you wish to tilt onto the floor, still keeping that right foot up nice and high, glutes engaged. Squeeze your pelvis down nicely. Get the pelvis nice and parallel to the floor as you work through that hip extension. And from here, slowly releasing out of that right thigh. Give a little bit of extension before then taking it back in again. And again, heels all the way up to your bottom, cheeks turn to the side. Pelvis nice and flat to the floor. Push back through that front of that shin for the extension through the right thigh. And releasing. Coming through with the left knee forward. Turning to the outside of that left thigh. Extend the right leg away. Drop down onto the forearms. Big stretch on the outside of the hip. Really lovely stretches for getting the glutes nicely lengthened. The idea here is we can do a little bit of a rock from lateral to medial, so rocking from side to side. We have a bit of extension through the outside of the hip. Try and turn in a little bit further towards the right shoulder. You've got your left knee forward. Try and get a bit more movement out to that outside. Slowly rock back in. Rock back across again. So keep playing with it. You're just rolling from the left side to the right side with that front leg forward. That heel should be tucking into the pelvis each time as you're rocking over to the side. Slowly letting yourself back over again. Keep working it. Four more here. 3 more. 2 more. And 1. Slowly releasing. Let's swap it over. Right knee coming forward. Rolling again. So over to the right side. Tilting that right hip down towards the ground. Rolling back across the middle. And repeat. Keep working the slow, controlled movements here. You might be finding a bit of a lengthening in the, certainly on the outside of the hip into the glutes. You might also be feeling this, just give me a little bit of a pull on the inside in those abductors as well. And you might find as well you get a bit of a lengthening when you've gone over to the lateral side of that right hip, the outside of that hip. If you tuck your bottom back just slightly, you might find a bit more development through the outside of the thigh again. Keep rocking it side to side, and then back in again. Roll over, and in. If you can take it a bit further over to the medial aspect, so you're rocking over the front of that thigh, then do so. Rock back again, so you're touching over the outside of the hip to the ground. 3 more here. 2 more. Last one. Good work. Slowly coming out of this, rolling back onto your bottom, sticking your feet together. I'm going to work a little bit on these inner thighs, so these adductors. Now, if you make fists and you measure out from the groin out to your heels, should be about 5 fist gaps out. From there, placing your elbows inside the knees, placing the sole of the feet together, lift your chest and let the feet drop out together, so the sole of the feet are here. Now, if you can get the outside of your knees to the floor, that's brilliant. You can pull your heels in just a little bit closer. Now, from here, you're just going to let gravity do its wonderful job of letting your knees drop out laterally to the side. You're going to lift your chest and center your body slightly more. Again, feel the sole of your feet. You should just be able to be nice and relaxed. You should be able to just wiggle and walk your tiptoes up and down to open up the inner thighs. If you feel comfortable, you can pull those heels in just a little bit further. You'll find a bit more of a deeper stretch in the higher muscle groups, certainly in that glute medius and the minimus as well. You might be able to pull in a little bit further. Sorry, that adductor, magnus and medius as well. From there, lift your chest. Nice. Keep the sole of the feet together nicely. Try and center your body now and lift up through your back and your spine slightly more. And releasing. Tucking the left foot out. Bring that right heel in tight to the side of the body. Centering your body, lifting up. And feel if you can get the outside of that right thigh down to the floor. Forearm rested on the inner thigh. Feel a stretch increase. If you can, just pull that right knee up just slightly to give a bit more of a stretch. And again, pulling it up. And releasing. Swapping it over, right leg going out straight this time. Left heel coming into the groin. Sole of that foot going flat into the inner thigh. Lifting the toes up, and again, push down on the inner thigh. Push that knee out wide. Straighten up the back of that leg. Lift the toes up and lean forward. Feel a big stretch all the way through the back of the leg, certainly in the inner thigh as well. And just see which way is a bit more flexible for you. If it's the right leg out or the left leg. Now, the other thing I like to do here is if you hold on with both hands onto your shin and then keep that left knee pushing down to the ground, lean back just slightly and you'll feel a nice lengthening, specifically if you're tight in your adductors on the inner thigh. Lift your chin, lean back. And release. Slowly relaxing from there. Take yourself through into standing. Shaking it out. Roll the legs. Hip flex. Stand back and stretch. Lift up. Push the pelvis forward and relax. I hope you enjoyed that training session. Enjoy your running. Well done. I hope that gave you a little bit more power. Certainly some development out through the ankle and the toes as well. Grab your water. Hydrate well. And as always, if I can help, please do get in contact. And I'll see you next time for the next one. Well done. Cheers. Awesome training, guys. Well done. Very good.